Look at this comment, sis. And I have been waiting for somebody to finally admit that it is the exact reason why it doesn't matter what I teach you. Doesn't matter what you take from Shira videos. Doesn't matter what you get from the Queen Maker. Doesn't matter what you get from anybody who is trying to help you get back to your place of femininity through self-love and apologizing and forgiving yourself. It doesn't matter what we say. A lot of y'all still believe that you have to labor for love. So a lot of y'all are still performing. That's why many of y'all are still in competition with each other, because it's labor. And then y'all claim y'all decentered men. Finally, somebody was strong enough to admit that you all believe that you have to labor to earn the love of a black man, as if you are not the prize. That's the thinking that Never Date Just Once Us tries to eliminate, because if you have multiple options, then you become the chooser. And now they are laboring for your love, your affection, your attention, just to be chosen to be in your space at the same time that you breathe. You cannot labor for love, but somebody can pay for it. So instead of going out there trying to put self to hard work while claiming that you are celibate and decentered men, instead of performing, why don't you turn that back to self? Labor for self. Build self-love, self-appreciation, self-worth. Apologize to self. And then the video that this comment really came from, y'all can understand how to heal. But nobody's apologized to themselves, not to somebody else they hurt, because the person who you're expecting an apology from is probably never going to come, because they didn't even know that they disrupted your life, and they probably didn't even care if they did know. So we move past those apologies and we look for the apology from self. Apologize to self. And then y'all can stop asking, how do you heal the black man? The black man is not ready to heal because he doesn't want to apologize to himself, because he still thinks that he is not who he should be, but he won't come from a place if he could not do better, if he did not know better. But now, since he knows better, he can be great and he can teach others. Only he can heal him. Black women can do nothing but clap when it's done. Not even to provide any tools. Never Date Just Once, sis. Stop laboring for love and have that love laboring for your attention. Sis, yes, that's exactly where the battle comes from. It comes from the belief that you gotta labor to be loved. That love is earned through suffering, performance, and sacrifice, especially for black women. We've been taught since childhood that our worth is tied to how much we can endure through life. And y'all have heard Charleston White talk about that one time before, where y'all always ignoring what he's saying. He be telling the truth. You were told to be strong, to never cry, to hold your family down, to make sure everybody else around you was good, even if you was falling apart in the inside, sis. So by the time you get into relationships, you've already developed this survival mode mind frame. This is where a lot of us are in our life, and that's why people are always claiming that we have a lot of masculine energy. You're already loving from a masculine space, babe. You're doing, proving, fixing, and earning, because you were never taught how to simply receive love. And a lot of us just did not see our mothers, our aunties, our grandmothers. We did not see them receive love, but we saw everything that they can endure. Let's talk about Tasha. She met a man who was saying, I'm just trying to get myself together. So what does she do? She starts doing wife things like cooking for him, helping him build his business, trying to be his peace, all before he even proved that he deserved access to her peace or any parts of her. That's the battle, sis. She's nurturing him like a mother. A lot of y'all be in that mother mind frame, and men really don't want that, but they don't know how to tell you no, and they won't tell you no, especially if it's a benefit to them. So while you operate from a space of mother, you're competing with other women who aren't doing half as much. Why? Because you think love comes through labor and hard work and what you can do for this man. And that's why so many women stay in broken situations, because chaos feels familiar, sis. Being needed feels like love. Their whole life, that's what they had. Somebody always needed them, so they felt like that was love. And at the moment she stops doing for that, that love disappears. Conditions, and it confirms her fear. If I don't perform, I'm not wanted. It's a trap, sis. And the battle isn't just between her and other women. It's inside of her, between who she really is and who she has to become just to feel seen by the men that she claims she has descented from. And let's be real, some women are afraid to heal because healing means that they'll stop tolerating chaos, and chaos is a part of their being. Healing means that the version of them will stop entertaining broken projects and broken men. That's how some of them identify themselves. They feel like they had to go in somebody's life to help them heal even though they was broken. She won't survive. And that's scary when all she's ever known is struggle love. Her softness feels foreign. She craves it, but she doesn't trust it. And then she says she wants a man to lead, but when one shows up, she just does not know how to let go of that masculine power because she's been in control her entire life. The battle that we go through as women. So yes, this is where the battle of the woman comes from. That woman tired, she's overlooked in love, she's addicted to proving her value, but deep down she just wants to be seen, not for her labor, but for her essence. Okay, so here's a question, sis, and y'all gotta ask yourself and be real, because this is gonna go directly to if you're ready to heal or if you just continue to act like you decentered men by being celibate and all that stuff. Here's the question: what would happen if you stopped performing? If you actually heal for real? If you stopped choosing men who only value your sacrifice and started choosing the ones who protect your softness from the beginning? What happened? See, that's the real battle, sis, and it's time for you to win it. So now, here's my call to action. From July 1st to July 31st, I will be doing 31 days to internal satisfaction. If you haven't gotten a copy of my book, the link is in the bio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come join me and the rest of my almost 800 followers as we prepare to heal from July 1st to July 31st. It is very detrimental that we have this so we can stop having the battle of the women against each other and start knowing our worth and let these men battle for us. Follow for more and subscribe to YouTube.